is wonderful to be back in Chicago and to see all of you. I thank my dear friends here on this dais and so many of you out in this audience. I'm grateful to you for your dedication and commitment to education and to the people of our country, particularly our children. And I want to recognize, of course, your leaders, Ed and Nat and Tony. And I got to give a shout out to my New Yorkers. We got Dick and Randy up here. I said it a lot last week. It's great to be back in New York and to see so many of you, and I look forward to working with you hand in hand as we have over the last years. It sort of feels a little bit being here with all of you like a family reunion, because I saw you across America. I saw those signs, I saw those t-shirts, I saw those hats, and every time I did, it made me feel so good. You know, I'm here for two purposes today. The first, to thank you all for the hard work you do every day. Thank you for being our teachers and professors, our paraprofessionals, our healthcare workers, our public servants. Thank you for educating our children, making our government work, keeping our people healthy. I see the results of your efforts everywhere I go. And I'm here to say thank you for the privilege of working with you in this presidential campaign. It was a remarkable journey, one that I would not have wanted to make without you, and I feel very privileged that you went with me as we crisscrossed America. And I will never forget your extraordinary dedication and your concern, because through it all, AFT was there. And I know that you were there, of course, for me, for which I thank you, but much more than that. You were there because of who you are and what you care about and your love for this country and our desire and need to make sure it works again for all of our people. You stood with me then, and I want you to know that I will always stand with you. We will go shoulder and shoulder together to make those changes and tear down those obstacles that impede our progress. That's why it's so important that we turn our attention now to winning this election in November. There is no other option. And I know the only way that we can realize the promise of this country, begin solving our problems again, be respected in the world, is to elect Barack Obama the next President of the United States of America. I know Senator Obama. I've served with him now for nearly 4 years in the Senate. I campaigned with and against him for more than 16 months. I stood on a stage like this with him 22 times in debates, but who's counting? I know his story represents the American dream, and I have seen his passion and determination, his grace and his grit. And I know that he wants to take his life experiences into the White House to help make that dream possible for others. I have been involved in presidential politics in one way or another since 1968. Now, that doesn't count my aberration as a Goldwater girl in Park Ridge in 1964. I've tried to excise that from my history, but too many books have been written about me. I can't get rid of it. It's still there. But for 40 years, I have participated in and watched 10 presidential elections. Democrats have won only 3. And I happen to know very well someone who won 2 of those 3 over the last 40 years. So I think I know a little bit about how challenging it will be to win. Now, it shouldn't be. I mean, the Republicans should hold a press conference tomorrow and apologize to the country and say they're just not going to run anybody for president this time. When our president goes to Japan, and 4 months before the election that will finally show him the door occurs, says he's going to take global warming seriously. And then as he's leaving the G8 conference, says to people around him, well, goodbye from the biggest polluter in the world. You got to ask yourself, how did this happen to our country? How did this aberration occur? And of course, we know that it's not just President Bush and Vice President Cheney. It is the Republican Party of the 21st century, which is why we must retire their presidential hopes by electing Barack Obama the next president of the United States. People are hurting across America. Hard-working people holding down 2, 3 jobs are literally getting sick at their stomach when they go to the gas station or the grocery store, wondering how they're going to make ends meet. I know there are a lot of paraprofessionals and educators and nurses and others here who are hard-working people. Get up every single morning, go to that job which you love, take care of those people who need you, and then wonder how you're going to keep body and soul together. I am convinced that we can begin to take our country back and to see the kind of positive progress that we should be enjoying in America. I think back over those 40 years. Look at how much we have lost. We should have had a health care system that covered everyone by now. We should have made sure that the nation which invented higher education for everyone wasn't shirking its responsibility and seeing our college campuses being turned into enclaves for young people from the richest and most successful of Americans. We should have already addressed our energy needs, our environmental challenges with global warming. But you know, life doesn't go backwards, it goes forwards. So yes, we missed opportunities because we didn't stay on a progressive course. We got diverted. But one of the great things about America is it's never too late. We are the nation of second chances and of tomorrow. And if we make the right decision in November, we will once again feel as though America is back and on the right track. Now let's roll up our sleeves. Let's get to work. Let's make sure that we do everything we can to make this election the watershed it deserves to be. You can count on me to be your partner and your friend, and I can't wait to see Barack raise his hand, take that oath of office, and get to work. Thank you all. God bless you.